This film starts on a note where the world has to face a worldwide wave of dangerous and scary city-destroying giant monsters that have been mutated due to extensive warfare, nuclear testing, and careless science. So, in order to tackle these massive beasts and save the world, a group is established by the United Front for All Nations, and this group is known as the Earth Defense Force, or EDF. The EDF's main mission is to fight these monsters and perhaps reestablish peace in the world. This force also includes the likes of mutant humans who were discovered during the worldwide wave of monsters. These are basically humans who have acquired superhuman strength and extraordinary physical capabilities, making them the perfect soldiers to take on these giant kaiju. Eventually, the EDF manages to gradually reduce the threat, and the monsters are slowly but surely crushed, thanks to the mutants' useful physical feats and superior piloting skills, as well as the military's best war machines. Now, Godzilla, the biggest monster the EDF has ever faced, first emerged in 1954 and has constantly threatened mankind over the years. Although the EDF was successful in defeating the other monsters, it was never able to defeat Godzilla. But their final showdown finally happens in the frozen continent of Antarctica. The EDF goes all guns blazing with its Type 90 Maser cannons and Gotengo, their most advanced warship, against the Alpha Kaiju. However, Godzilla easily destroys the Maser cannons with his potent atomic breath, but in a twist of fortunes, a major earthquake strikes the place in the middle of the clash that helped the crew of Gotengo to finally triumph against Godzilla. The icy ground splits and the Big G falls into what seems like a bottomless pit. To make things worse for the monster, the crew fires a flurry of missiles and buries Godzilla in an icy tomb, imprisoning him in the process. Moving on to the next scene, by now a lot of time has passed, possibly even decades, and monster attacks are a thing of the past. The EDF defeated the majority of the monsters, if not all, and the monster scare is history. At this point in time, the force assigns its most promising mutant soldier, Ozaki, to UN biologist Dr. Miyuki, who studies on these monsters, or kaiju to be more precise. During this period, a mysterious mummified monster is discovered off the shore of Hokkaido and placed in the EDF warehouse. The research on the monster indicates that this mummy was 12,000 years old, and it's composed of organic and machine tissue, making it a cyborg monster. It's also discovered that M-base, which is also found in Earth's mutant warriors, is present in the monster's DNA as well. Following this, two Shibijin fairies reveal the monster's name to be Gigan. This evil monster was sent from space to wipe out all life on Earth, but was defeated by Mothra. After this, the fairies give the mutant Shinichi Ozaki a little sword, telling him that he has a crucial destiny and that he must decide his fate on his own. Next, we see that unexpectedly, a large number of monsters suddenly appear at around the same time and attack prominent locations all across the world. So the EDF is deployed immediately, who make a heroic effort to destroy the monsters. First, we see Rodan attacking New York City, Zilla attacks Sydney, Anguirus attacks Shanghai, King Caesar attacks Okinawa, Kamacuras attacks Paris, Kumonga attacks Phoenix, Arizona, and Ibira decimates Tokai. As the EDF continues to fight these massive kaiju and keep them in control, an alien ship arrives on Earth and captures all the monsters. From this ship, we see the Secretary of the United Nations appearing in front of us, who's actually thought to have been supposedly dead when Rodan attacked his plane. However, this so-called secretary tells the EDF that the aliens saved him from the monster, and they're known as the Zillions. The Zillions then transport some of them to their ship to explain that they came from another galaxy with the intention of helping mankind. They also reveal that an asteroid called Gorath is going to collide with Earth unless all weapons are aimed at it and the world comes together to face the threat. The secretary then claims that the United Nations would become the Space Nations. In another scene, we see an old man and his grandson discovering little Godzilla in Mount Fuji. Coming back to the EDF, Dr. Miyuki suspects that something was fishy about the UN secretary, so she asks her friend Anna for help. Anna then finds some evidence and brings along a video footage to Miyuki, which indicates that the secretary wasn't a human, but an alien. So in order to confirm their doubts, they go to the secretary, and to their delight, the secretary is attacked during an attempted assassination. Dr. Miyuki cunningly wipes the blood from his hand to the secretary and manages to take the sample of his blood. She then analyzes his blood to find that he's not human. Ozaki then goes to report this to the EDF leader, but spots that even she's been replaced by an alien. Worse,